What they gon' do with me now? I'm still the talk of the town. Don't need assistance, I'm hooking them down. We turn the smiles into frowns. Gang hop out, then we clearing the crowd. Thinking a hero, we sitting them down. Think that he Rick and we meet him around. Silence on the barrel and lower the sound.
What's up, y'all? It's Coey. We got a new episode of Talk of the Town, and today we got a special guest. Iceman, how you feeling?
What's poppin'? I'm feeling good. What's going on, everybody? Iceman, DBH in the building, Brooklyn, ENY.
All right, so for the people that don't know, where you from?
From Brooklyn, East New York.
Okay, finally, another Brooklyn person. Everybody from the Bronx. Everybody from the Bronx. So how'd you get started into music?
I started, listening to music at a very young age. Probably was, 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. I was, listening to music. But when I started, actually, trying to rap, I probably was, 8, 9 years old. I just started, putting little rhymes together and stuff like that, be at school. You know, writing poems and stuff like that. And our teachers used to be teaching us about poetry. Then I had family that was already in the business. My sister-in-law, which was married to my brother at the time, my oldest brother, she worked for Wu-Tang and stuff like that. She used to be running around with Old Dirty Bastard and Method Man and all them with Wu-Tang. And then my brother was connected with people that was a Wu-Tang and people that worked for Bad Boy and people that worked for Def Jam and all that stuff like that. So
you was in the loop.
Yeah.
So how you was feeling around that era?
How I was feeling about that era?
No, how you was feeling, about that era, from then to now.
From then to now with music?
Mm-hmm.
Music back then, had more substance to it. It was more, more relatable because people was talking about a lot of, real stuff back then. And then, I felt more people around the world was gravitating towards hip hop and rap music more and stuff like that. It wasn't because it was people was talking about different stuff that made people really want to listen. People really want to tune in and stuff like that.
So people ain't saying nothing no more, is what you're saying?
I feel you got some good artists out there that are talking about some things from New York.
Whoever.
Artists
who
from
you
New York.
To? Who
I listen to Don.
Something?
I listen to Don sometimes. I fuck with Don Q. Yeah. I listen to Connie. I listen
to
Dave
rapidy
East.
rappers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to Dave East and stuff like that.
So you don't listen to Lil Uzi and shit?
Nah, not really. Nah, I used to listen to Vaughn too. Yeah, RP, King Vaughn. Listen to Vaughn. I listen to a lot of old school rap too and stuff like that. A lot of, not so much some of the stuff that's out right now because I be feeling a lot of this stuff is garbage. I ain't gonna lie.
All right,
trash.
so being that you like the past era so much, how do you feel about the Diddy documentary? Did you see it?
I saw little snippets of it, little clips.
So you didn't watch it?
But I ain't really watched the full thing. Yeah, I ain't watched it fully.
Why? Maybe
because I ain't really have time for it. Maybe it wasn't something I didn't want to watch. I just didn't have the time for it because I be moving around on a daily, taking care of numerous of things and stuff like that. So I probably didn't have time.
Yeah, a lot of people have mixed feelings about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixed feelings about that one. All right, so how you feel about the music scene in New York City right now?
The music scene in New York City right now, it's a few good artists that's coming up that I listen to and I see they got stuff going on. Mm-hmm. And then everybody else, I'm just I don't know what's going on or what direction they trying to come at, go at with the music or what type of what message they trying to put out there. I don't know what's happening no more. But certain artists, I feel they really spitting, they really talking, and they really talking about something in their lyrics and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you think musically we're in a good space right now? New York City. You feel we got some superstars on the rise?
A few. I feel it's a few, yeah.
A few who?
No. You got K Gliz. Yeah, for the East and all that, K Gliz. You got BMO. Got a couple other artists.
He's shouting out your hood. He ain't saying nobody. He's shouting out his hood, y'all.
Got shout out the East, you feel me?
Anyway.
You got Big East from East New York. You got Handsome Baller.
He's just gonna name every rapper from East New York, y'all. He's going there.
It's the East.
Nigga said Handsome Baller, Big East. Wow.
Who else?
All right, so how do you feel about the old drill versus the new drill?
The old drill versus the new drill?
Do you like the new guys, or do you feel back then was better?
I feel you could do a little drill here and there, but I feel too much of drill It's like, I don't want to hear that all day. I want to hear something that got some substance. I ain't gonna lie, like, make a love song, talk something about your come up, talk something about people really going through real life situations and shit like that. Then throw some drill in there, drill all day. I can't listen to it. It's like, it's too much. It's unrealistic. It's not even real. Like, it's not even real what they talking. Like, you got all these,
like
you got all these homicides, you got all these bodies. Nobody came to pick you up yet. Stop it. I don't want to hear it no more. You never spent the block. You never even left off your block. You probably never even been to another borough in New York City. Like, why? I don't understand it. Yeah.
So you think it's cap?
It'd be a lot of cap.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it'd be a lot of cap.
All right, a lot of music is cap though.
Yeah.
So you feel like music hits harder when it's really real.
Yeah, if you talking about a situation that you saw or like something that
they saw it.
No, you saw it or you went through it yourself. All right, cool. Like people feel like they can relate to it. Yeah, but people saying stuff that's unrealistic and talking about stuff that they never did or never had. It's like you could tell like when people really living like that life or they really going through it and they just talking just to be talking.
All right, so what kind of music would you say you make?
I would say like I make real like hip hop music because I'm diverse with it. I got like, club songs. I got club bangers. I got drill shit. I got love songs. I got songs that's like telling storytelling. Yeah.
What do you feel like is like what people like the most though?
I feel like people like my club music, like the drill shit and the club shit. I ain't gonna lie, they gravitate more towards like the club songs and stuff like that. Shit that is gonna be able to. They're going to be able to play in a club or a lounge and shit where they sitting back, they popping bottles, they smoking, they chilling with their people, whatever, and shit like that. Yeah, vibey type music.
So you feel like the drill music is cap, obviously. Like the kids that's saying the drill music
A lot of
cap.
it, yeah, it's a lot of cap, yeah.
All right, so when you make drill music, where do you pull inspo from?
Stuff that I've been through.
Okay, so
you've been
outside.
Yeah, I've been outside. Stuff that I've been through and stuff like that. Things that I went through in the street coming up.
So you said you listen to new artists like everybody from your hood.
Yeah, I listen to like some of the like other new artists from other boroughs too and stuff like that.
Who?
Out of town. What's these kids? 41? What's that?
They from Brooklyn.
Yeah, 41. Kaki Ka and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, I listen to Kaki Ka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I feel like New York, it hasn't been a lot of like superstars. Like people been getting a little buzz, but it ain't been nothing like.
It ain't been a lot of superstars because they trying to stay in New York. They ain't trying to go nowhere else. They ain't trying to leave and go outside of their comfort zone or leave from out of their state or they borough and shit like that. Go other places, go out of the country and stuff like that. Because music is universal. Yeah.
So you be going out the country?
Yeah. Like I've been to UK and stuff like that. I was supposed to go to Africa, but it ended up getting. Postpone and stuff like that, certain stuff that was out of my control. I was supposed to go out there. I had my songs playing on the radio out there in Sweden and stuff like that, in Paris, playing my stuff in Paris.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so do you feel like that like helps or that just adds creativity to your art?
I feel like it helps. It adds creativity to your art and it helps build your following and build, exposure for your brand. But at the same time and stuff like that, it's opening up different, ways for you to make money. Because say you in New York or you in another state and you in the U.S. and you want to go out to like the U.K. or go to Africa or something like that or go to Spain and stuff like that. If you connected with the right people, you can make money out there. You can go do shows out there, get hooked up with the right promoters and stuff like that. The right people that's going to put you in a position to make money.
So what place would you recommend like upcoming artists to go to? Like what place you
feel like UK love the US. I feel like UK going out there, like going to Europe, I feel like they more gravitating towards hip hop and newer artists and what's coming out of hip hop more than the US. Like they fiending to listen to us. Yeah. All
right. So you said that you feel like people listen to like more of your drill and your club stuff. Yeah. How do you feel about the club scene right now?
I feel like in a club scene, it's not like how New York used to be. I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel that New York vibe when I'm in the club how it used to be and shit not too long ago, whatever. I feel like it's something else going on. And I feel like people not really vibing to the music. They not dancing how they used to and stuff. It's just a whole bunch of sitting around staring. It's a staring contest. Everybody staring at each other, mean grilling and stuff like that. People trying to show off, trying to like see who's gonna pop more bottles than who's gonna get more money. Everybody not vibing and just grinding and just chilling and vibing like they used to and stuff like that. And I don't like that. I don't like that for New York. Yeah.
So what makes you to continue to make club music then? If you don't like the club scene.
I feel like the club music, some people that grew up listening to like real hip hop, like real rap music and stuff like that, appreciate that New York sound more, like when people was making songs for the club, for parties and stuff like that. Because if you're an artist and you're a musician, you understand that, you might have different streams of income and stuff like that coming from different places, but a lot of your money is going to be coming from touring, doing shows. So you want to make music that people want to party to. They want to be in a club listening to you and stuff like that while they in the club, because people like that want to book you and different promoters, they want that. They feel like that's going to build more attraction for more people to want to come see you. Like if you got that type of music, I feel.
Okay, so you make that club music so you can get more bookings, pretty much.
Or gravitate towards people that would like that type of music in the club, yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to be in a club listening to somebody talking about killing somebody all day? Like, or talking about like who they gonna spend on all day in the club. Nobody wanna listen to that all day.
Yeah, but I mean, like we got soca music. It's mad shit. Like
I know that,
Caribbean
but listen to
music,
soca and listen to the Caribbean music, or listen to like any of the African music. They talking about stuff that people want to hear when they in that type of setting in the club.
Yeah,
Love,
it's a vibe. It's a
grinding,
vibe.
Being with females and stuff like that, chilling with them, vibe with them, sipping, having intimate moments with a person and stuff like that, or like showing some type of love to somebody. Yeah, people wanna feel that vibe in the club. People wanna be around in the club, watching behind their back and trying to see if they got to call they get the shot. Nobody want to be around that. Yeah.
No, I agree. So you got this song called More Bottles.
Yeah.
So what's like the bottle minimum in the club?
Me, I might pop a couple bottles and stuff like
What's
that.
What's the minimum? What's the number? Because you got this song More Bottles. So like what's
the minimum,
the bare minimum?
I bought in the club and stuff like that. Probably like 2-3 bottles and shit. I probably pop. But if I'm with my team and stuff like that, you pop probably little 10, 15 bottles and shit like that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, if I ain't with nobody, I probably buy like 2 bottles or something like that, 3 bottles, like something light.
All right,
yeah.
So minimum is 2-3,
yeah.
Basically, and then they hit your record.
Yeah.
And they gotta bring more out.
That's a fact.
I'm asking, promote your song.
Yeah, it's my new song, More Bottles and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my new release. It's been out for a little while now, whatever and stuff like that. I got that out, More Bottles. I got a new project that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to drop it in March, Hustler's Advocate. I got a couple people featuring on that. We pushing to make sure that it drops in March. It might not drop early March as I'm expecting, or it might drop late March because I still got a couple things that I'm working on the tape, and a couple other features that I'm trying to get on there.
Okay, some features like who you want to get on there?
Trying to get my boy King Streets on there. Okay. King Streets doing this thing. Trying to get my young boy from my hood, Gizzy Benz. He out there doing this thing and stuff like that too, Gizzy Benz. Okay. Got my boy Capitalist. He signed to Rock Nation and stuff like that. We got him. I'm trying to get him on my tape.
Okay. Yeah. So a couple artists. Okay. All right. So when you travel and stuff, like how do you know where you want to go? Do you go where your fans are? Do you go where you're most streamed? Like, how do you know where you want to travel to next?
I mean, I go by, my fan base, like as far as like who's been gravitating towards my music more when it's being promoted on Instagram and stuff like that. Like who's been liking my stuff a lot, who's been commenting under my posts a lot, who's been following me. I go by, my music that's being streamed in certain areas and stuff like that. And if I know certain promoters in certain towns and different people that want to work, I have my management and stuff like that reach out to them and contact them, and then we go from there, and I'll just figure out how we gonna put together something in another state, or how we could put something together. Who I gotta speak to. Yeah.
So in New York City, do you feel like it's a lot of opportunities for upcoming artists?
I feel like it's opportunities everywhere. I feel like it's opportunities everywhere for up and coming artists. I don't feel like it's just opportunities in New York. I feel like there's opportunities in Jersey. I feel like there's opportunities in Philly. I feel like there's opportunities in Florida. I feel like there's opportunities in Texas. Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't think there's no opportunities in Philly. I think, what the fuck? I think that people come
Why
to
she don't
New.
like Philly? Why?
No,
Why you doing that to
I don't
Philly?
have beef with Philly or anything like that. They
Yeah.
cool, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like people come to New York because they think this is. It's kind of like why actors go to Cali. Like, artists come to New York thinking like, I need to be in New York.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find like opportunities. I feel like.
I feel
You
like
gotta know people that know people that know people. It's not like you could just walk in somewhere and be like.
I feel like it's
I rap.
opportunities everywhere that you want to make, that you want to make an opportunity at, like, because it's people in the music industry all over the world. It's not just in New York, but if you want to, get your name up fast and stuff like that, and you want to get in tune with some of the people that's the heavy hitters in this music thing, you definitely got to come to New York and stuff like that. You definitely got to go to Atlanta. You definitely got to go to
Who's some of the heavy hitters you feel like in NYC?
In NYC.
Heavy hitters on some opportunity shit for artists to know. Like, if you're an upcoming artist in NYC, you need to know XXYZ. Like, who do you think?
Your platform, of course.
Thanks.
Talk of the town. Got Hot 97, 105, Shade 45, Sirius XM. Who else? You got On the Radar. It's a couple of different platforms and stuff like that that's out right now, where people like they pushing hard for New York and stuff like that. So yeah.
How do you feel about the conversation of the King of New York?
The King of New York?
How do you feel about that combo?
I don't really feel like it's a King of New York right now. Ain't nobody a King of New York right now. I feel like it's up for grabs. Like, everybody doing their thing, everybody putting in their work, and everybody like dropping songs and stuff like that. But if you from New York, and you could have a nice fan base in New York, but are you consistently doing stuff in New York? Are you doing stuff in other states? Do people know you in other places and stuff like that? Can you like do shows in other spots and people acknowledge you and be like, all right, yo, that's some fire. Like, I fuck with that. Like, I fuck with your music and all that. Like, if you doing that, then I feel like you're somewhat up there and you're up and coming as, like, you have potential to have that spot as somebody that could say they're the King of New York. Because all the kings in New York that I know, like people that was in position or somebody that was big in New York, they wasn't just lit in New York. They was lit in other places too, and stuff like people know them.
Who was a king of New York, if you would want to say?
I would say,
because a lot of people claim the throne. So who would you say?
Somebody that was a king of New York. Like, I feel like somebody that was very well on their way and that was going to be phenomenal and more bigger than what he was. I feel like Pop Smoke was somebody that was going to be real big. He was already big in New York, but he was already becoming bigger in other states, other countries, and people was, gravitating towards him, and they was finding out about his music, and people was like saying they was fans of Pop Smoke. So I feel like he was one of them. He was one of them goats. Like, yeah, he was one of them.
Yeah, Pop Smoke, unfortunately, he's not here no more. But
Yeah,
I feel like Pop Smoke was very much on his way. Who else? Yeah, I just feel like Pop Smoke for real.
You feel like Pop Smoke?
I don't feel like anyone
You feel like
else.
nobody else?
No.
Like, Lil TJ was doing this thing too. I don't know what's going on with TJ. TJ was doing his thing for a little while.
King of New York?
I don't want to say King of New York, but
Exactly.
he was.
That's what I'm
doing his
saying.
thing,
Like,
yeah.
for the King of New York status, I think Pop Smoke was the only one that was like close enough.
Like, close enough,
to the,
yeah.
On the young tip, obviously, the 50 Cents and the Nas and the Jadakiss
Yeah.
and all that are obviously legends and stuff. But on the upcoming tip, I think Pop Smoke was close to it, or whatever his name is. So how do you feel about like artists that's kind of like? So recently, Lil Papa passed away. I don't know if you've seen that.
Lil Papa, wait, who's Lil Papa?
He's a Florida artist or
Florida
whatever.
artist? Oh.
So he passed away due to it was ruled as a suicide. So fans say that his music was a cry for help. How do you feel about like artists that kind of make like that kind of music?
People that make that type of music, I feel
Yeah,
like,
do you feel like they're
shit.
venting? It's a cry for help.
You can vent and stuff like that, but if you really feel like you got real personal issues and stuff like that, and you feel like you don't want to be here no more, I suggest you go get some type of help. See a psychiatrist or something like that before you you feel like you wanna, go crazy like that. Yeah.
But don't you use music to express yourself?
Yeah, I use music to express myself and stuff like that, but I ain't never really felt like I wanted to harm myself or do nothing to
Obviously
myself.
not,
like that.
but I'm just saying, like, people feel.
I'm saying, why would I?
So,
like,
music is enough. Like, once you do the song, you got it off your chest? Or do you feel like you still need to talk to somebody after the song is out? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, I feel like everybody needs somebody to talk to and stuff like that. Sometimes you need to vent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got things going on in your personal life and stuff like that. You know, things that you want to talk about, you know, with other people that you don't feel like comfortable talking about with everybody. But I don't feel like suicide is ever the answer to, you know, your problems and stuff like that. Go see a therapist, go see a counselor, something like that. Okay. You know.
So black men don't be trying to go to therapy.
Oh, I don't know what black men don't want to go to therapy and shit like that. Like, if I feel like if I'm having an issue and I feel like it's something wrong or something like that, I don't have the answer, I'm gonna seek help or reach out to somebody that I feel like could give me an answer to what I'm looking for, stuff like that. If it's like a family issue, issue with, you know, friends, significant other, anything, I'm gonna try to like figure it out. I ain't gonna go that course and stuff like that. It's too much money out here, too much.
Not the suicide tip, just more so like, you know, some people don't feel like therapy is helpful. Or it's a stigma in black culture around therapy, period.
So they feel like that's the answer?
No, fuck suicide. I'm just saying, like, people just don't go look for help.
Yeah.
As a black man, y'all always feel like, I got it, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, that's just a black culture thing.
Well, I guess and shit. You felt like he had it, like a shit. He definitely got it. He
Not
took himself.
in reference to him.
Oh,
I'm just saying black culture, period. We all just feel like we got it.
Yeah.
Even in movies, they like it be like women like going through it and they just crash out.
That's a fact. Yeah. People be crashing.
Yeah.
out.
So like some people don't think therapy is helpful. So you recommend therapy?
I recommend therapy. Yeah.
Even though you're an artist and like you get it out in your music.
You get it out in your music, but if you really feel like you gonna harm yourself, or you feel like you wanna harm somebody else and shit like that for no reason, seek therapy. Yeah, seek therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so a lot of artists have been going independent. A lot of artists have been, you know, finishing up their deals with their label. Do you feel like you want to sign a deal?
I was already I was signed into a situation with Trill ENT.
Who that?
That's Little Webby and them label and stuff like that. And Boosie was a part of that label. Yeah, I was with them for a little while, and I had a little management situation with them, but then we had a little fallout. So
fallout, why?
It was a lot of stuff, a lot of stipulations as far as like stuff that had to do with my contract and things that were supposed to be done for me that wasn't done. And I was supposed to leave from there and go to Badass Syndicate after a while and deal with Boosie and stuff like that. But things didn't work out the way I wanted to. So I played the independent route for a little while, but I done got offers from like people in like Canada trying to sign me to labels and stuff like that. People from the States try to sign me to different labels, but if it's something that's not, I feel like it's not beneficial to what I already got going on or to my brand and stuff like that, and then I'll just stay independent.
I'm about to say, so do you want to sign or you don't want to sign? Like, what do you feel like?
I'm not. If it's something that's, I feel like it's a good opportunity and it's beneficial and it makes sense to my brand and what I got going on, of course, I would sign with something or do a partnership with somebody. But if it's not beneficial to my brand or I feel like it's not gonna, you know, change anything, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, but being solo right now, you're not desired to sign.
Nah, not really. Not really too much. Yeah.
And that's fair. I feel like a lot of artists and people in general are going independent.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's okay if you don't want to sign a deal. Like, it's not a big deal. Or whatever the case may be. All right, so you said a project coming in March.
Yeah, Hustler's Advocate. You got that coming out. You got my new single, More Bottles
Explain
out.
to me more about the title, Hustler's Advocate. What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm advocating for all of, like, the hustlers, the go-getters, you feel me? People that get up every day that's grinding, whether you got a 9 to 5, you going to work, you feel me? Whether you got, a side hustle and stuff like that, other things that you're doing on the side, if you got any type of business ventures where you got different stuff going on as far as that, anybody that's a hustler, anybody that's getting up every day and making making something happen for themselves. That's what I'm advocating for. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, me and my friends had this conversation the other day, right? Do you feel like she's a baddie if she has no motion?
Nah, she's not a baddie.
Okay.
If she ain't got no motion, I don't listen. You could be pretty and all that. You could be pretty, nice body, all that stuff. If you don't got nothing going on, or you not
What's no motion though?
no
Like,
motion,
explain
like
to me.
you ain't trying to work, you not trying to help somebody else's situation that could end up ultimately helping you to get to a bag. Like you just not doing nothing. You're not trying to be productive in no type of way. Like you not trying to educate yourself, nothing like that.
Because
Like
we was talking
yeah.
like some men don't want their women to work. Do you feel like that's a thing?
I feel like, shit, if you got it like that, some people got it like that. They balling like that.
I mean,
they
like,
feel like,
when you get to that point, like, do you want your woman to work or you want her to still hustle just like you?
oh, nah, she gonna have to work. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Female gonna have to work because even if, like, once I get to a certain bag and I got a business running, then if you the closest person to me that I'm dealing with and I fuck with you like that, then I'm gonna want you to take care of some of the weight off my shoulders. I'm gonna want you to make certain decisions. I'm gonna want you to like do certain things that I know I would do. I would do it if I was there to do it, and you there to do it for me. Like, yeah,
Yeah, because some people feel like you shouldn't mix business and pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Because that gets dicey. So it's like
I feel like
that's why they said they don't want their woman to work.
I feel like you are a business. You
Like,
as a
all
person,
together.
you as a person is a business. So if you feel like you don't want your woman to work and stuff like that, it's kind of confusing to me because it's like if you a hustler, you a grinder, you somebody that's business oriented, she knew what she was stepping into when she started dealing with you. She knew she was coming across a businessman. So why wouldn't you want your woman to be
Savvy.
yeah, savvy like that? Like if she knew that she was dealing with a business guy from the get go.
I mean, it's no right or wrong answer. I just wanted to see your
Yeah.
opinion on it because you said you making hustler music.
Yeah,
And that could go for women or guys.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
How you feel about it? Do you feel like you would respect a man that has a lot of motion and just
I'm
sit
gonna
there and
work
not,
regardless.
and he's not gonna let you play your part where you could come together and y'all can make the business more bigger than what it is or more fruitful?
So I'm a Virgo. So I would ideally want that first. Like I'm like friend, partner, then all the other stuff.
Okay.
Type shit. So it's like I feel like I would want to make money with my partner.
Okay.
If anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like why wouldn't you want to make money with someone that already has your best interest?
That's a fact. But then you got some females that don't want to make money with their partner. They just want to, give me, take, and they don't want to give.
Well,
and real life don't work like that.
I need a little weight off my shoulders a little bit. I don't want to be working too hard, but
Yeah.
because if you have a partner, you're looking for it to be like equal. You want to load off you just like they want to load off them. So it's like, why would it has to balance some way somehow? Y'all gotta compromise in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, you got to
Type
compromise, yeah.
So if you work Monday and to Wednesday, she work Wednesday to whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like,
So-
if you got a partner like that, then you got a partner that really love you and shit. The person that's going to go and invest with you and that's going to make the power moves with you. Not somebody that's going to sit back and want all the gifts and be showered with gifts and, want all types of luxurious things, but they don't want to put no work in with you. That ain't love. That's just somebody that's, sitting there reaping the benefits.
So your hustler music is basically for people that's grinding, want to make money and shit
They
like that.
grinding. They want to, even if you're not making the type of money that you want to make now, even if you're taking a step forward to try to put yourself in a position where you could better yourself and stuff like that, and get yourself to another level, wherever will like place you at in life right now. I make music for people like that, people that's trying to elevate, people that want to strive to be better than what they already are.
So what made you like get into your hustler bag?
I mean, growing up, I ain't gonna lie, like my upbringing was kind of crazy because it's like my mom's was always working. She always had a good job and stuff like that. So she always was like on her grind and stuff like that. And then my father was in the streets heavy and shit. He was selling drugs. He was a big drug dealer and shit. So it was like
And they was together.
they was together, and then it was like my right hand. I ain't gonna lie, my right hand Dominican.
Okay.
So he lived like right around a block from me and stuff like that. This was like my first like ever like best friend. So his family was always grinding. They was hustling. They had like deli stores and stuff like that. They had different businesses going on. His father was running like a cab company. So I grew up in that setting of like being around nothing but grinders, like hustlers, people that was like doing stuff, making stuff happen. So that's all I knew. Like I had like
So
uncles
you got
and
to see
aunts.
the best of both worlds, pretty much. From the 9-to-5 hustlers to the street hustlers.
To the street hustlers, facts.
Type shit. Yeah. Okay. So, when did you get your first 9-to-5? Or have you ever?
My first 9-to-5? I think I had my first like 9-to-5. I was like, I was like 12 to like 13. I was young.
You was working young?
Yeah, I was working young, but I was working and I was hustling and shit when I was young. I was hustling, working. Like, I was doing just a little bit, everything to get to a bag when I was a little kid. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, kids right now don't want to work. They
Yeah,
want to chill.
That's how.
That's why I asked, like, when that started because, you know, it's a whole different generation right now.
Yeah. It's a whole different generation where it's like a lot of the kids, they never gonna be able to experience some of the stuff that I felt like I experienced growing up or the stuff that I saw and stuff like that. So it is because like back then when I was growing up, I feel like everybody was grinding. Everybody was trying to get to a bag from, you know, people that was like 11, 12 years old, 13, 14, like early on, people was getting to money. Now it's like you see a lot of kids. I don't even see a lot of kids in a lot of different like activities, different programs and shit like
Sports,
that, doing
nothing.
stuff. They
ain't
just
doing shit.
they in the house, they in they phone, they in their game, they streaming.
That's what they doing.
They not even really doing nothing. Yeah.
Yes, I be trying to get my brother to be social. But yeah, so all right. So what you working on? March this month project.
My new single, we still pushing that.
More bottles.
My hit single, Henny No Chaser, that's been out for a little while. That's still spinning on the radio, different radio stations and stuff like that.
What's your favorite liquor?
Henny.
Ew.
You don't like Henny?
Not no more.
I used to like Don, but then I started finding out they was being sued and there was mad stuff going on with Don Julio. They was selling fake Don.
Nah, I'm not. I feel like, you know, everybody will love the trendy, like, liquor. Like, so it's like, but, nah, Henny is too much.
Yeah, it's too much for you? Wow, what Henny do to you?
I ain't do nothing to me. It's just too much.
You sure?
Like,
You don't
I'm
do nothing
cool.
to you?
Yeah, I'm cool of Hennessy.
You cool of Hennessy?
Yeah, so, pushing in 2 singles, Henny No Chaser, more bottles.
Yeah.
Project coming. Anything else you want to tell people?
I got a couple performances coming up soon and stuff like that. A couple performances in Brooklyn. I'm trying to do some stuff in Ohio too. Trying to see if I can reach out, do some stuff in Ohio, do a couple shows. I'm trying to go back to the A, do some work in the
fun.
A.
I like Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Atlanta too. Yeah, to go back to the A. I want to go back to LA. I want to go do some more work out there in LA.
So you're just trying to travel this year?
Yeah, I want to do some more traveling and stuff like that, and
So,
also
one project this year too.
I might throw in another project, but for right now, I'm gonna just keep it at March for this new project that's coming up and stuff. Got a couple new videos that's about to drop and stuff like that. Couple other things that's gonna be happening with me, so that when my fans are like stay in tune and watch out for. I want to reveal everything right now. Yeah.
Okay. Reveal what?
You know, other stuff that might be going on that we got in the works that's coming.
All right, tell people to find you. How can they tune in this camera?
Iceman DBH. You could go to my website, www.icemandbh.com. You could go find me on Instagram at Iceman_D.B.H._ On Instagram, you can go to my Facebook fan page, Iceman DBH. I'm on there too. Brooklyn, ENY. We out here.
East New York. He shouted out all his homies, y'all. Follow them. Stay tuned.